That's what we all got in common. So just hold on tight, I'm coming. Oh yeah, yeah. Set your feet, I'll give you something you can believe in and enjoy yourself this evening. And don't you dare think about leaving. Oh yeah, sing along with me. Music comes out of my heart. Something like a walking
CSHR Radio. What's crack-a-lacking? It's your boy, Bill Double Gist. It's time for that podcast. You know the one, the Crayola set harsh reality. So sit back, grab a drink. These guys gonna make you think. You're listening to CSHR Radio.
All right. It's Tuesday. I don't even know why the hell we're here, but we're here. And I accidentally closed the window. Yay, me. It's going great this afternoon. Harsh, how are you today? Well, it's not my fault I got sick. And oh, did you do another one? Oh, okay, because I uploaded that one, but you never told me if you went and did another one or not. Well, let's ask Mr. Landis what he has to say.
So basically, they gave the testicular tube a hand job.
Okay, so that's what he had. That's what he thinks about it.
Yeah, no, I'm not, dude. I'm fucking sitting here in goddamn Tennessee where no one else is around me. Dude, Sawyer's fucking hanging out with your goddamn bitch, dude.
Now get in the kitchen and make me some pie.
Eric or Philip Cartman Burleson.
You will respect my Antifa automata.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. How is it he's not big though? But he's not big. That's the thing. Physically he's not big. Shh. It's little person. We have to be politically correct. We don't want to be canceled by people we don't care about. If you're a liberal and you're listening, please don't cancel us this week. Give us at least one more week, and then you can cancel us next week. It's fine. Actually, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say if you're a liberal and you're listening to this show, I really don't give a fuck what you think. You can kiss my ass. And I don't know, man. It's like an equal opportunity employment type strategy both sides are using right now. It's like, okay, well, I guess as a talking head, let's go ahead and take him on. Doesn't matter that he's talking about turning the frogs gay, but let's go ahead and bring him aboard. What the what is wrong with you people? Alex Cooper is a joke. All right, it's Alex or Alice. I was thinking of Alice Cooper. I'm sorry, Alice. Don't call me and leave weird voice messages. I don't want to have any kind of weird voice messages whenever I get off the air. So I'm sorry, Mr. Alice Cooper. Don't take any offense to that. I know, shame on me. Alex Jones. Alex Jones, if you're listening, you're a fat piece of shit, and all you're full of is hot air. Oh, I'm gonna throw with chemtrails and I'm gonna turn the frogs. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking idiot. It's called cellular telephone devices. They're not looking at enough pornography on their cell phones. If they looked at more pornography, the testosterone would be flowing like water. No, actually, I mean, who cares if this? It's not low testosterone. It's low common sense. And that's our biggest issue. I mean, I don't really look at people's testosterone levels, so I'll take your word for it. I mean, mine seem to be fine. So I mean, that's my personal, my gauge. If I started feeling bad, then I'd be like, yeah, you might have been right, but I don't feel bad, so. Yeah.
Let's talk about your cable ACE award.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage.
And speaking of low testosterone, that's right. This show's brought to you by Buttered Sausage.
So basically, they gave the testicular tube a hand job.
It's really bad that I have this soundboard sitting in front of me now, because I can load it. I can load it with whatever clip that I want to load into it. It's funny.
Yeah, no, I'm not, dude. I'm fucking sitting here in goddamn Tennessee where no one.
That's right, bitch. Now get in the kitchen. Get in the kitchen and make me some pie. Respect my Antifa tartar.
I know how he got ran over by that car in his apartment complex. She just didn't see him. That's what the whole problem was. She just didn't see him. It wasn't, like malicious intent or anything. She didn't willfully run over the guy. She just couldn't see him. I mean, she probably drove off after, damn, that was a hell of a freaking speed bump. What the hell was that? What was that weird screech sound when you hit that bump? I don't know. It sounded more like,
Yeah. You know, you trust the police, so I didn't even call them.
bullshit. Somebody runs over me in a fucking parking lot. I don't care what I think of the police. They better come do a fucking report, because whenever I kill them later on that day, they need to have something to go back on.
You didn't call the police. I just went straight to the hospital.
Okay, well, first off, that's false, because if you go to the hospital with any type of vehicular accident, if you don't report it to police, guess what? They do. So lie to someone else, please. You got ran over in your parking lot because nobody could see your little midget ass walking across the freaking parking lot.
And your house ran over me in a goddamn Ford or Toyota Prius.
Because you're only 3 inches tall. She didn't see you. I wonder if that sounded like a farting frog as she rolled over him. Like this. I don't know, like this high-pitched fart sound, like this or something. I don't know. I don't even know how to do that. If only you had this sound effect right here. If you had this sound effect, Philip, you might have not gotten ran over. How do you get ran over in a parking lot? I mean, nobody's driving over the speed of 11 miles an hour and you got ran over? What were you doing that you didn't see a car coming for you? That's my biggest question. Are you serious? Oh, so they wouldn't give him a narcotic, so he left. So basically, what he did was he goes to the hospital, lies about getting ran over in a parking lot because there's no police reports whatsoever. Which means you're probably lying about it. Because, yeah, that's police report, regardless of whether you want it or not, is going to happen, especially if it's involving a vehicle. I don't care what part of Tennessee you live in. The laws are not that ass backwards. Yes, they're pretty ass backwards in most areas of the country. I'll give you that much, but they're not that ass backwards. Can you not hear Harsh? Is that what the problem is, Robert? Oh, you probably can. I don't know. He said, I can't hear Harsh. Is he there? Can you hear him?
Oh, he said Harsh might be on mute. I don't.
No, because I can hear you fine.
Right.
I think Robert's on mute.
Yeah.
Can't hear him at all. You at all? Like, oh, you hear him now? Okay. Well, then the problem.
Hello there.
It was your fault.
That's
it was Robert's fault.
Yeah, knowing Robert, he probably doesn't have the volume turned up on his. He probably has his phone on mute.
So basically, they gave the testicular tube a hand job.
I love that little piece of that clip right behind that. You can hear someone else's voice go, "What?"
So basically, they gave the testicular tube a hand job, which was
what? What test are they giving you that they give a testicular tube a hand job?
I don't know. Yeah, they got people like that, and then on the other side, you have people still crying about us from like 9 months ago.
Still? Where is this going on
Yeah.
now? I don't even pay attention to him anymore. Oh, yeah, no. I did see that in the chat earlier.
Oh, God, I'm not getting any more attention. Hold on, let me say something about him real quick. Oh, brown monkey.
Go make some dirt tea, you bitch.
Hey, brown monkey, I tell you what, you just gross yourself out. And just because I drove my daughter to overdose,
Let's talk about your cable ace award.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing?
That man has more sense than Bill Boating. I'm sorry. Jesse Howell, you're still a faggot, by the way.
Yeah. And a domestic abuser, too, but yeah.
Yeah, he won't come here.
I'm such a prominent podcaster. I'm going to go ahead and block him.
Yeah. Come on,
you know,
dude,
the
really?
truth community's become a joke when idiots like that are listened to.
It's more of a joke whenever they start blocking people that disagree with them. Then you become no more better than the people that you're trying to oust.
Correct.
When
you don't even realize that.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. You don't mute the other voice if you are a true critical thinker and you actually have some kind of brain in your skull. You would listen to all spectrums, all opinions, not your just one-sided BS.
Well, it's the same thing I've said on my last two monologues. It's, you know, it's a fact. It's the fact that these idiots will make fun of normies for idolatry and like celebrity worship, and then do the same thing with their favorite live streamers. It's like,
or if they don't,
you're no different.
If they don't idolize them, they try to work up somebody with a sketchy past. Yes, Jesse Howell, I'm looking at you. I mean, you're bringing people onto your show that have a sketchy past at best.
Right.
You know? I mean, come on. We're not stupid.
Right.
I mean,
it's like they'll make fun of people for like worshiping Hollywood's, pedowood celebrities and such, and then elevate their favorite live streamers to the same levels as those pedowood celebs, and then complain about why no one pays attention to them. It's like, well, it's because you're everything you fight against.
Jesse will even demand that his followers unfriend people, or else he will block. I tell you what, Jesse, grow a pair of nuts and come talk to us right now. I'm willing to bet money that he's not going to show up, but hey,
Yeah.
he wouldn't even talk to me in group chat. It's like, really, are you that close-minded? And you're supposed to be one of these truthers, but you're so close-minded you won't listen to anyone?
Right.
Then where are you getting your truth from? What
These
you
people are
watch?
terrible.
I mean, what do you do? How are you a truther at that point? You just watch what the media throws out and goes,
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't believe that, so this is what I'm going to make up.
that's essentially what you truthers are now.
Mhm.
You just make shit up that disagrees with whatever the hell you're watching on TV.
Yep.
If you want to be a truther, if you want to be called a truther, actually come out with something that's true.
Right. And don't behave like the people you make fun of. That's pointless. If you're blindly defending someone just because you like their live streams, that itself is idolatry and worship.
Exactly. Jesse, if you're listening, I'm asking politely, please come on the show. I have a few questions for you, sir. Just a couple. Just a couple. I promise I won't be mean. I promise I won't be mean at all. Paul Amir Einerson or Einerson.
Paul
Einerson.
Heinrich.
Generally,
Yeah.
this doesn't seem to be about any perceived truth, more about ego. It is.
Yeah, it really is at this point.
But whose egos
Paul
are you
and
supposed
I
to be fluffing?
Right, exactly. Like Robert, Paul, and I all remember how the truth community used to be years ago. And it wasn't like this. It was you find something out, you want to learn something about someone, you find it out real quick. You want to find something out about a politician, you were able to find that out real quickly.
Yeah, but
It wasn't any
so
of this like, fake nonsense, any of this like fake bullshit where you'll listen to someone say, "Hey, it takes 6 to 8 months for an autopsy report. How do you know? How do you know? How do you find that out?" It's like,
well, but here's
that's
the
what
thing.
research is.
It's you can't call yourself a truther if all you do is listen to what the media says and then just make something up that disagrees with it because you don't agree with it. That's not
Or
being
you
a
just
truther.
or you just listen to people who agree with everything you're saying because you don't believe in what you have to say. You don't believe in your own knowledge, so you have to listen to the same thing all over and over again. There's a reason people like Hart got tired of doing live streams because he got tired of doing the same shit over and over again. And he got tired of people being retarded. He's obviously never going to say that publicly.
Mentally,
but
we can't say retarded. We have to say mentally disabled.
Right, mentally disabled, right? But that's the case.
So hold on. So anytime we say retarded from now on, we have to. Okay,
oh my
just
God,
let you know.
we're already at that stage of the. I mean, he got tired of people being mentally disabled. Even the people on his list, he'd be telling them, "Hey, so and so people you might want to stay away from. I can sense their vibes on it because Hart. If there's anything Hart's good at, it's figuring out who's real and who's fake real quickly. He's
I don't
very
know about
good
all that, but I tell you what, all these fake truthers, they can just
right.
now, and that's all I have to say about it. You know what? Because all right, and that's it.
Man, well,
I'm looking at Harsh going, acting like he knows what the fuck I'm talking about, but I've been beeping everything out, so I know he doesn't know anything of what I just said because I wasn't saying anything at all, but he fell for it anyway. Truth.
The point
Hashtag truth.
The point being is, one, Art knows how to figure people out real quick. That's why he was on that. That's why he was telling me who was good or bad long before we got into it. Some of these idiots, and two, more importantly, yeah, you were all right. I mean, that deserves even more of an expletive, more beeps for those assholes. So.
There you go.
There it is.
There it is.
Right. But I used to remember if someone wanted to
I
find
just
out.
want to make my dirt tea. I just want to make tea out of dirt. Let me make my dirt tea off of weeds off the side of the road and it'll all be fine.
Right. And the thing I remember is I remember when everyone was making such a big deal, oh my God, why isn't the family being honest about how Debbie died and all that? It's like, you guys are the researchers. Go research public records like a fucking adult
But-
and realize and learn how to get a damn autopsy
Okay,
report.
but here's
If
the
you can't
thing.
do that,
If you can't get an
then
autopsy report, that's fine. Who cares? But you know, it doesn't matter. The thing is if you weren't a piece of shit, nobody should be having to look into this person's autopsy to start off with. So
Yeah.
if you were a great person and say your daughter dies, nobody would give a damn. If anything, they would send their condolences and their prayers to you. But no, when you're a
Right.
piece of shit, people start questioning things.
Right.
So guess
Well,
what?
that-
You can't understand why these people question everything you do. It's because of you. It's not hard to
Right.
figure out.
Well, I mean, for people like that, they lie about every other. They contradict themselves every other second. So I mean that goes without saying. But I'm saying even in certain cases where it was like a beloved, like live streamer who passed away or something, if you wanted to figure out how they passed away, how about be a researcher, learn how to research public records. Get an autopsy report somehow, some way. If you're not going to do that, then don't call yourself a researcher. That's all I'm going to say on that topic.
Gambit says that's fucking retarded, dumbass bitch shit.
Yeah, that is.
That was
People are
also,
stupid.
thank God we're not terrestrial, because that was about $35,000 worth of fines right there.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
We're gonna get canceled on Friday. We're gonna get canceled on Friday.
If we can make it through this entire show, what are you talking about? Friday?
We're definitely getting canceled on Friday. This show will be fine because I was paying attention. But
Why?
Friday,
Is
we're
it
getting
because
canceled.
of the principal in Walker, Louisiana? Is that what's going on? Is he canceling us too? He already cancels like 4.0 students and takes away scholarship opportunities because they were caught twerking off campus. And
at a private party.
At a private party.
Like, what
That's
the hell
not
is the
very
principal
godlike of
doing?
you, little girl. You shouldn't be doing.
It's called the separation of church and state for a reason, sir.
Yeah, it's called off school campus and on school. It's off school campus at a private party.
Yes, and
Right.
now he has decided to want to take a leave of absence for the rest of the school. No, you should be fired. Not take a leave of absence. You should be gone.
And why is a grown man? Why is a grown man going through videos of random like teenage girls dancing at a private party?
Well, I mean, Footloose hadn't been around in quite a while. Kevin Bacon's career was kind of stealing. So, this guy brought it upon himself to bring it back.
Yeah. God.
Jason St.
Apparently
Pierre.
he missed the sequel.
Jason St. Pierre, if you're listening, you're a piece of shit. Just to let you know. Because there is no reason you should even be. I mean, you have a vice principal and her daughter uploading TikTok videos, dancing and twerking around songs with explicit lyrics while they're in the office of the school, but yet you strip this poor girl of everything she has because of a 2-second clip? Really? Really? And what kind of person are you?
I think
she was on the
Gambit
student
might have,
council. They stripped her of her student council position and also pulled of an endorsement for the main scholarship she was going for. She's a 4.0 student, a valedictorian.
Jesus Christ.
And all because he saw a couple of seconds on a video clip of her twerking at a private party. Private party. Keywords, not even Gambit, a school function.
I think Gambit said it best. Gambit Constantine when he called him a pedo, because I think that's definitely borderline.
It's not even that. The thing is he goes, that's not very godlike, and tries to give her Bible quotes and all this other shit. You're a principal at a school. Nobody gives a shit what your religion is, dude. You're there to teach knowledge, period. Not what God did and the devil and all of this other crap. I don't give a fuck where you're located at. I don't care if you're in the middle of the fucking Bible Belt in Louisiana. That doesn't mean shit. Learn your fucking laws, you jackass. That's all you have to do.
And it's at a private event off school campus.
Right, which he had no business even worrying about. Now, I mean, if there would have been explicit things going on, not some teenager twerking, if there would have been explicit things going on, then yeah, that probably would have been a problem.
Right. They're doing drugs at that party, then, whatever.
Then that's a problem. That's something that calls for discipline. Not because she was dancing in a way that he thought was wrong or inappropriate. Right. He did manage to reinstate her endorsement for scholarship, but guess what? He reinstated it on Sunday. The cutoff date for that particular scholarship was the 3rd. So she lost that scholarship because of him. So guess what? I think not only that you should be fired, I think you should be made responsible to pay that girl scholarship now.
I think she might sue him, and I think she'd have a great case.
She does need to sue them. She needs to sue him for ruining her freaking young adult career. And her parents need to sue the school board just for the simple fact that it's very reckless to have people in charge of schools that don't know anything about the Constitution or will violate your constitutional rights to separation of church and state. That's just plain and simple. That is a very dangerous thing to have in charge of a school.
Or people that don't know the difference between on campus and off campus.
Exactly. But if you're already violating one constitutional right, who's to say you're not going to violate several more?
Well, the guy violated three different rules, laws there.
First, for freedom of expression, because that's what dance is, right? An expression.
No, so second, the Fourth Amendment. That's privacy.
Oh, yeah. Second and Fourth Amendment. And let's not mention the separation of church and state.
Also true.
That is the major one. So you won't let children play in schools anymore. So why the hell are you trying to hand out Bible verses to somebody that dances on a damn video clip you shouldn't have been watching in the first place?
That's the thing. Like, why are you watching a random video? The only thing he should have been doing if he was watching the video clip was like, all right, this is boring. This does not do with me. Let it, whatever. It is what it is. And just keep it moving. That's it. That's all. If he's trying to like watch whether someone's doing drugs or something in that video,
it's so asinine.
And he doesn't find it.
Then let him go. Sorry. If this man took offense to the way she was dancing, maybe it would have been more prudent to pull her into his office and say, hey, what were you doing? We try to keep up a look for this school. This is between me and you, but later on in life, you might not want to do things. That's a discussion. Oh, no, I didn't like the way she was dancing. That was inappropriate, so I'm going to strip her of her student council position and take her scholarship away. Man, fuck out of here, you dumb fuck.
It's absurd. Like I said, if he was looking through the video to see if there was any actual illegal behavior going on, that would be one thing. But if he didn't find anything other than some girl dancing, then leave it alone. Stupid. This is what's wrong with the world. Everyone has to be extra about the dumbest fucking things.
And I tell you what, if you, as a school board, grant this man to be able to take paid administrative leave for the rest of the school year because of this, then you're just as big of a problem as he is. It's not hard to figure out. You should fire him. Don't let him take off. That's it. Rachel Rogue says total abuse of power, and that's exactly what it is. One thing we all personally own is our name, so doing that to the girl takes away their good name. Exactly. That's why you should never tarnish a name. You get a pedo, he is taking a young girl's name. Same goes with a lot. You know what? You're right. You're right. But you know what? You know what? And, I have people asking, is he tenured? Yeah, he's tenured, but it doesn't matter. I mean, if he was a serial killer, his tenure wouldn't mean shit.
No.
If you blatantly exploit a child and strip her of everything just because you think what she did was inappropriate in a private setting, then you're just as guilty. Yeah. What were you doing watching that video? What made you watch that video to the point that you felt it was inappropriate? What kind of thoughts did you have while watching that teenager dance on that video, Jason?
Well, and for those who said Pedogate was just a conspiracy theory, I hate to break it to you. This is another example of it.
Jason St. Pierre is nothing but a pedophile that hides behind a Bible. And you know what?
Well,
I don't really
sure.
care if he's this is defamation of character. No, that's my opinion of you, sir. I'm not saying that's fact. So that's not defamation. That is my opinion of you. I think you're a pedophile. I mean,
I wonder if what's his name again?
Jason St. Pierre. And I tell you what, try to come after me and try to squash my First Amendment right to free speech.
Jason
saying
St.
that I
Pierre.
think
Where is he in? Walker, Louisiana.
Walker, Louisiana. Come step on my First Amendment right and see how well that goes for you, you fat fuck. I don't really care what you think of me. You are a pedophile. If you sat there and watched a teenager dance to the point where you thought it was inappropriate, that means you, sir, were having impure thoughts about that teenager. Think about that for a second. You were having impure thoughts about that teenager.
Oh. Jason Saint. I'm looking up his LinkedIn right now.
Jason St. Pierre. He looks like a kitty toucher. Look at him.
Yeah, he really does. Like, I'm looking at him right now. He's kind of gross. Like, I see someone like him would cause a kid to lose his mind and like shoot
From
up
the
the
jazz,
school.
from Susie Smith, she says, "How about you step over my First Amendment right while I correct that with my Second Amendment right?"
Right.
Yes, Rachel, it is a total abuse of power. And Gambit, you are completely right. That is the worst kind of individual. Anytime that you exploit a child, now, like I said, if she was doing drugs or engaged in some type of explicit thing, then yeah, I could see that. I could see stripping this girl, but possibly expelling her from school. But just because you felt the way she was dancing was inappropriate, you destroyed her life?
Yeah.
What kind of person are you? It's only libel or slander if it's not true. I don't give a shit if it is true or not. My opinion is my opinion. I really don't give a fuck what somebody thinks about it. So come at me with libel or slander. My opinion, if I think you're a piece of shit, my opinion is not going to change just because you try to smack me with a constitutional right. I'm still going to say it again, even more. Oh, you're liable for it. It doesn't matter. You're still a piece of shit. So, Mr. St. Pierre, I'm going to ask you, Mr. St. Pierre, please come on to the show. Let's get your side of the story. Let's find out why you felt this was so necessary. Why did you feel it was necessary to take Walker, Louisiana and make it an international spectacle? And why were you watching this child dance?
All right, so his name is Jason St. Pierre, Walker, Louisiana. Is he 53 years old?
Yes, he's the principal of Walker High.
Okay. Is this where we? And for those of you, oh God, look at him. He looks like such a douchebag.
He is. I've met this person. Okay, he used to be my son's vice principal whenever he worked at the middle school, and the dude then was. I literally called him a joke at one point to his face. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Mr. Sonnier. Well, I mean, you are, dude. You're a power hungry piece of shit that all he could do with his entire career was become a school principal.
And what's he posing with like two random young girls?
That's another good question. But there is a TikTok video floating around.
I'm looking this up through Intellius right now.
I mean, there is a TikTok video.
Why is this guy posing with two like random girls? Like, that's fucking weird. That's really weird. Should we read off his? And for those of you upset about this story, you could send a postcard to.
A postcard.
Actually,
No, go ahead.
should we read off where people can send a postcard?
Yeah,
if they're
yeah,
upset?
absolutely. Send them a postcard. So, as a matter of fact, find the Livingston Parish School Board. Find their address. We'll send them postcards too.
All right. Well, first things first. For those of you upset about this current situation, would like to send a letter or so, you could go to 28. You can write it down. It's 28284 Luke Lane, Walker, Louisiana 70785. That's 28284 Luke Lane, Walker, Louisiana 70785. But once again, that's 28284 Luke Lane, Walker, Louisiana.
Also, if you would like to tell the Livingston Parish School Board your thoughts on this matter, please give them a call. They're open tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Their phone number is 225-686-7044. Again, and that number for the Livingston Parish School Board, tell them how you feel about Mr. Jason St. Pierre and him trying to destroy a young woman's career before it even starts. Call them at 225-686-7044. Also, if you'd like to send them a postcard, their address is 13909 Florida Boulevard, Livingston, Louisiana, 70754. And also, we also have the address for Mr. St. Pierre himself. And I'll let Harsh read that one back out for you again.
And once again, that is 28284 Luke Lane, Walker, Louisiana 70785.
That's right. Mr. Jason St. Pierre's address is 2828 Luke Lane, Walker, Louisiana 70785. So there you go.
And what was the other address of the that you just listed?
The other address is for the Livingston Parish School Board, which is basically like the school district.
Right.
That is 13909 Florida Boulevard.
Hold on.
Parish. Yeah, like church parish.
Yeah, school board. All right, so what was it? It was, you said
13909 Florida Boulevard, Livingston, Louisiana 70754.
Florida Boulevard.
Ashtabula, Ohio. No, Livingston, Louisiana.
70754.
Right. Okay. And like I said, also call them and give them your thoughts at 225-686-7044. Again, that number is 225-686-7044. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I see the Crayola Sec page went ahead and posted both of those addresses for us. Thanks, guys. Thanks for looking out for us. We appreciate that. Crayola Sec, the name giver to us at CSHR Radio.
Right.
That and the harsh reality with Harsh Men is so beautifully displayed behind Harsh's very small head for some reason in that frame. I don't know why his head looks so small. Okay, that's better.
Anyway, let me read a comment from our guy, Paul Heimer Anderson, if we want to change gears on this topic for a second. Finding out the truth about Icelandic bankers who were connected to 2 banks in Ukraine, but it took time. So many rabbit holes I crossed. At first, you have that substantiated hunch that gets you ridiculed, but then you find it. Yeah, that is true when it comes to actually finding out the truth. But see, the problem is a lot of people don't even do that anymore. They just listen to their favorite talking personalities spew a bunch of nonsense. Some of them just, contradict themselves in the same lies over and over again, and yet they don't even ask them simple questions. So, there you go. So anyway, I know you want to go back to talking about this weirdo at Louisiana. So there you go. You must. And for those of you who want to do it, it's 2824 Luke Lane, Walker, Louisiana 70785. There you
go. All right, hang on. I'm looking for an email address. So maybe we can send them emails too. Oh, their fax number is 225-686-3052.
Who uses a fax?
Apparently they do. They have a B rating for the state. That's bullshit. Our district, our community, news. I bet you none of this is in the news. Schools. Yeah, I don't see anything on their website as far as emails are concerned. But I'm pretty sure it would be like anything else. I'm pretty sure St. Pierre's email address is probably jason.stpierre at lpbs.org or some shit like that. More than likely. lpsb.org. That's it. So it has to be probably like jason.stpierre at lpsb.org. I want to say they go by first name, last name. I don't remember. I haven't had to email that school in quite a while. And I will say this, anytime you do anything with the school board over there, it's like pulling teeth out of a chicken. For lack of a better way of saying it. Yeah, because chicken have no teeth.
Oh.
So how are you going to pull teeth out of a chicken? It's enrollment over 26,000 students. That's not something to be proud of, guys. That just means that that's 26,000 children that have to go to your school because that's where they live. I never did understand that. Why put your enrollment numbers? Susie, I see the voice messages, but I can't play them because, you know.
God, he looks like such a douche, bro, with this photo. Why is this 50-something-year-old man posing with like two teenage girls?
Because she's a strange guy.
That's putting it nicely.
He doesn't even look like that anymore.
Yeah,
it's
it looks
probably
a
his
lot
daughters.
worse.
Yeah, that's probably no. That was whenever he was still a cool guy. You know, like 40 years ago.
Hey, bro, look at me.
Yeah, just look at him. Check out my cool Levi Strauss. Dude, those women that's standing next to you are like 5 foot tall. Yeah, buddy. Maybe you should have like hit some Miracle Grow instead of steroids. Just saying.
God, it looks so
Well, you
terrible.
did say something about low testosterone.
Yeah, that is true.
That picture would be a key indicator of low testosterone. And I mean, getting turned on by girls and thinking they were, they're being sexual while dancing at private parties, and to the point where you think it's inappropriate, probably means you have low testosterone as well.
Oh my God.
Is that the problem, Jason? Do you have problems getting it up? Is that what's wrong? Are you mad that this girl was dancing in a private setting and you couldn't be there to see it in person, so now you're upset about it? Yes, that's what he looks like now.
He's so terrible.
That's what he looks like. Look at the huge difference between then and now. Look at that.
It's terrible.
Guys, I wish you could see this. I mean, if we could literally have a side-by-side comparison going. This poor man looks like he does his hair with 50-weight motor oil. Jesus Christ. I might have to go buy some new glasses now. Those look too similar to mine. I don't like that.
My God.
I don't want to be associated with no weirdness.
Tiny. Oh,
I don't, you know what? I could do all that, but I really don't. Just, all right. Actually, they don't have a student directory listed. View page source, control F, then type email. Why would I want to go through all that? I'm really not, they know me well enough already, Rachel. So me saying something is going to get me at least 2 phone calls tomorrow. I already know what's going to happen. It happened last week whenever I was doing my normal podcast because I was fussing about Sharon Weston Broom and her idiocracy government that she's got in place. And the police chief bringing people to abandoned warehouses and just beating the crap out of them in order to get information. Yes, we're talking about the Brave Cave. And guess what? You can ring my phone off the hook. If I want to talk about it on my podcast, I'm going to fucking talk about it, regardless of whether you like it or not. You all know where I live. I really don't care. All I can tell you is that I'm a firm believer in my Second Amendment rights. So if you do decide to come give me a visit, just keep that in mind. You know. Stop sending me this shit, Harsh.
Shut the fuck up.
That's like
that's
not even the same person. I don't care what anybody says. That's not even the same person. Look at that. This guy looks like this guy looks like happy to be alive on the right, and the guy on the left just looks like, I just ate a baby for lunch. Look at him. What the fuck happened? How do you turn into a completely different person before you even? What am I looking at here? This is not right. What, 20 years makes you turn into a completely different? You don't even have the same facial structure anymore. What happened? I think he needs to be a TLC special candidate for what's that show? That's plastic surgery show.
Oh my God!
I forgot what the name of it was. The one where they go in and they fix other plastic surgeons' fuck ups. That one. What was the name of that show? It's not Dip Tuck. That's some kind of weird horror show. I don't remember what it was, but something like that. Jesus.
This is hilarious.
This same man, he didn't want me to go to the news with it, but I'm going to go out and say it now because this is actually funny. But when my son was young, and when I say young, I'm talking about 12, he fell asleep on a school bus. The school bus dropped all of the kids off at school and then went and parked where they normally park for the day with my son still sleeping on the bus. My son proceeded to wake up and then walk all the way to school. And then he calls me, begging me not to go to the news with it, that they'd already handled the situation. I mean, I didn't go to the news because I figured y'all would fire the driver anyway, so she wouldn't get a chance to fuck up again. But begging me to not go to the news? Really, guy? I'm like one of the most public people in the world, and you're telling me not to go to the news? Are you drunk? Well, you're watching girls trying to find inappropriate things that they do in privacy. So, yeah. You probably are drunk. And I hate to say it, but he's a Gen Xer. Kill yourself now, sir, because you don't deserve that Gen X title.
Yeah.
So, Second Amendment, no hired security? What would I need hired security for? No, seriously, what would I need hired security for? I'm not that important. Nobody gives a shit what I do.
If anything, you need a guy. You need to hire an oncologist or something. But
probably, I am a cancer of society. No, Gambit, he likes his pew-pews. It's not necessarily that I like them. I just know how to defend myself if and when I need to. You know, I'm by far not a sovereign citizen. By the way, you people are idiots. I will tell you that now. You know, there's no reason why you should make everybody's lives miserable that you come across, especially if they're law enforcement. Just stop it. Nobody gives a shit, dude. Y'all are also the same people that run around inside your house wearing tinfoil hats. You know, thinking that Meta is listening to you and that the U.S. government's going to come smashing through a skylight and arrest you for saying the word shit on Facebook. It's not going to happen. You're fine.
Was that a Joe Charter reference?
It can be. It wasn't, but now it is.
Let's talk about your cable ACE award.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does.
And there we go, talking about the buttered sausage himself, Mr. Joe Charter. How are you today?
So basically, they gave the testicular tube a hand job.
Well, that's wonderful, Joe. Actually, that voice is Stephen Landis. Yes, Landis, I said your name on the radio. Oh my God, what are you going to do? Sue me? Or are you going to call in a bomb threat? Because that's what you did last time. You did federal prison time over that, so please call me. As a matter of fact, the number's at the bottom of the screen right there. It's 1-844-900-24 or 2747. He's going to sue me. I don't care. Let him sue me. Jason St. No, I don't know Jason St. Pierre. I don't know him personally. I've met him before. He's a prick. And like I said, I don't know him personally. But just that air he gives off when you first meet him, like just in a, I don't know. First impressions is he's a dick. I mean, he really comes off as this, like, thinks he knows everything about everything. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, Stephen, if you want to sue us, the telephone number is 844-900-CSHR. That's 844-900-2747. Please call because I totally don't record anything on that line. It's a 1-800 number. If you think I don't record, that's great. I don't record. So go ahead and call me on that line and thread me with some kind of legal action or some weird shit that you normally do, you fat piece of shit. Whatever. I don't care. I got 75 women I'm talking to outside, and my driving business has made over 100. No, you work for Uber. You didn't make that much money. You didn't make six figures, dude. Just calm down. Settle down. It's okay. People are trash. We get it. We understand. You don't have to make something of yourself that you're not. We all get it. People are all trash. Yeah. We're all trash in some way. So, that was my monologue for today. Does Steven know Jason? Probably not. But that would be funny. I mean, you know, they are kind of cut from the same cloth. You know, both cringy, fat weirdos. Yeah.
Two perverts. So
Jason, Stephen, and a Catholic priest walk into a bar. Jesus. You're a bad influence, Harsh. Cloth. He's a Taco Bell napkin. Rachel, I don't know who you are, but I like you. Whoever you are, you have some funny stuff to say. Wouldn't shock me on the next episode of Dateline, Roswell, New Mexico. That's where he got the testicular cancer from. He was anally probed by aliens. That's what happened there.
Poor aliens. They must have like suffered extra because of him.
Could you imagine if they did that to him? They would you would hear like some kind of weird news report on a distant planet. 43 members of the starship such and such committed suicide earlier today while doing experimentation on a human.
That's the type of stuff that would cause them to wipe out humanity. We had to deal with this? Hell.
This is bullshit. Let's just go ahead and strafe the planet. We thought there was a couple of smart ones, but then we ran across that one in New Mexico. He's an Uber driver that makes 6 figures a year, supposedly. He actually got fired from Lyft. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
He got fired from Lyft, said he made over $100,000 that he got fired, and was actually so proud of that he posted screenshots of him being fired. It's like, why are you proud of that, dude? That's them telling you to, you know, keep your cringy fat ass away from us. We don't want you anymore. And look at me, I got fired. Really? Rachel says, for fuck's sake, I'm dead, giving aliens PTSD. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, that would.
Have you ever seen this guy?
Dude, I'm starting to vomit. I'm thinking I need to get a bucket because if we keep talking, I might vomit thinking of
Alf says he looks like a foot, like the human embodiment of a foot. Like his face even looks like a foot. Like
What if Jason and Steven were both related?
it's. I mean, given the way Jason looks now, I can see it. They both look like they smell like bad breath. Both of them look like they smell like bad breath. Jason Paul St. Pierre. Yes, sir. We're talking about you, sir. Stop thinking little girls are hot and dancing inappropriately, you nasty fucker. We see him. He looks like Jabba the Hutt. Which one, Jason or Steven? Because I'm not going to lie. This last picture that Harsh sent me, he does kind of look Jabba the Huttish. I mean, like literally, just the guy's head. He has no neck. It's just like head and then chest. It's like all
Oh, they
just
said
one.
Stephanie.
Oh, wait, what about Stephanie?
Stephanie Landis, Stephen Landis. We've seen him. He looks like Jabba the Hutt. They're saying Stephanie.
Oh, well, yeah, well, both of them do actually. Stephanie just looks like somebody who got paid, like some cartel didn't want her, so they paid some American to take her off of their hands. You know, it's just like, here, take this Mexican chick, man. Something's wrong with her. You know, that type of thing. They just gave it to her. No, I was talking about this picture of Jason St. Pierre you sent me because it's like literally his head is just like one with his chest. There's no neck. It's like it's just straight shot, straight up. Like, why are you sending me these things? Are you trying to give me brain damage? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
That first picture you sent me, or I'm sorry, the second one, the unfiltered with Karen. I just want to slap the taste out of that guy's mouth in that second picture. He just looks like somebody you just want to walk up to and just smack for no reason whatsoever. Just, you exist here. Let me hit you.
Oh my God. He just, I love how his older photo, he's trying to look like he's like in his 20s. Hey, bro, got my hair backwards. I'm with these two girls.
I think that's his daughters. But I promise you, the one in the white shirt is probably taller than him by now. It's got to be.
She's already taller than him in that photo.
Yeah, he does look pretty short, doesn't he?
Yeah, real short.
Well, we're 2 minutes, well, less than 1 minute, less than 2 minutes away from the 2 hour mark. I can't math today. That's right. Today is.
That's because you're focused on
join us
Jason
at the end of the show. Why don't you, Happy? You dumb fuck. Anyway, this has been another edition of the Crayola Sec Harsh Reality. It's Tuesday. This was the Tuesday trailer live right here on Facebook Live, Spreaker, and Spotify, and all kind of other crap.
I got a question. Is it possible that you and Jason are related? You both are French and you're both from Louisiana.
No, I have a neck. He doesn't have it. And plus, I mean, he looks like he weighs the same as me, just like 4 foot shorter. I imagine he's probably shaped like a ball. Like if he fell down on a hill, he would just roll to the end. Nobody would be able to stop him.
And on that note, this has been another edition of the Crayola Sec Harsh Reality. We thank Scott, Ryan, Sonnier for holding down the 1s and 2s. This is Harsh Mitz, and I love you. The life is harsh, bro, to live it. And sometimes you have to color outside the lines. And sometimes you have to keep your teenage daughters away from creepy people like the school principal. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great rest of your week. Tune in on Friday when we talk more about this issue and some of the other things happening on the in certain parts of the Middle East and other parts of the world. So take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening.
That's what we all got in common. So just hold on tight. I'm coming. Oh, yeah, yeah.
You related to Jason Statham.
You can believe
Oh,
it.
I'm so
And if